Well, it's been a little bit of time since I did my last video, but unfortunately busy. So here I am right now trying to record this video. Alright, I picked up a sewing machine from an op shop, and this one comes in a cabinet, which is something I've been looking for a long time. Now I have one. Now the particular sewing machine itself didn't come with a few things like its service manual, so kind of important. Sorry, not service manual, it's manual. So I need to find a Pacific Sewing Machine's manual. Depending on the sewing machine you have, depend really on your success. Some are easily available, such as the company itself will host the manual for you, and you can just simply go to their site and download it. Others, on the other hand, not so much. This is the part where I've got to give that stupid laugh, because sometimes it can be a complete nightmare even to find the particular sewing machine you have. In my case, I have a Singer, which if I bring this over, I can go Singer. Oops, wrong keyboard. Now, I can go Singer 478. Enter. And I have my sewing machine. Now, I know that this machine is a Singer sewing machine. The first link here is to singerco.com.au, so Australia, what I'm looking for. Great! And they have their manuals, so I'm going to go there. When I scroll down, I will see I completely lose myself. So let's go to 400, and we have 478 stylist and 478. So let's take a look at the first one. Zoop. And it's loading. Now, this is to the Singer 478, and while yes, my machine is a 478, it is the zigzag special. That's not the zigzag special. I've also already looked at this, so I'm a bit familiar with it. So I can simply close that down. Now, what about the second one here? Let's take a look at that one. Ooh, special zigzag. This is the model that I have. So this is the one that I want to keep. Now, with that said, what I'm going to do is download it, and in here I have already done that. Now, usually you'd be able to copy and paste straight out, but unfortunately I can't seem to do that at the moment. So usually you just simply go there, select, copy image, and then file and create clipboard. Unfortunately, it gives you that horrible mess, which not what we're looking for. So I'm going to have to export it as something else. So as you can see, that didn't work so well. So this time I'm going to go to File, Open, go to my Singer manual, and Open. Now I want to open it as layers, and I'm going to keep these dimensions, and I'm going to go Import, and just allow my computer to go through and do its thing. Alright, and with that it is done. So, okay, with all that said, now we've got our document open in GIMP. And what I'll be doing with this now is trying to fix everything up. So, the first thing is, I need to have everything selected. So I'll go Control A, Control C, and here's where I can go Control, Shift, and V, which didn't work. Try it again. Control A, Control A, Control C, Control Shift, and then V. And I have the last page. So that shows you where it was selected. That means you really got to pay attention. So just go through. Now I don't know a shortcut, and I'm not that familiar with GIMP, but I have used it a couple of times. And it's an alternative to Photoshop, so you know what? Knock yourself out. Enjoy. So this is just preparation. Alright, so make sure that you're selected. Then Control A, Control C, and over here we can go oops. Now, I sort of screwed up, so I will start this again. Discard. File. Create on clipboard. And there we go, we got the first page. It's practically perfect. So I go over here and try to rename this as 000 and enter. So that's page 0000. Now, go back over here, off, on, and we can go Control A, Control C. I forget how to do this. Ouch. Paste in place, paste selection. Paste as, here we go, paste as new layer. There. Now we rename this to 001 and enter. That's pretty much straight, so I don't have to worry about it. And page 2. Control A, Control C, File, paste as, new layer. Now this one's a bit wonky, and we can see that because, well, page is sort of off. Now I'm going to first rename this as 002, enter, and say oops because I'm not supposed to have that dash there, and enter. Now to fix this, I'm first going to use the zoom tool, and I'm going to get up this close, and I'm going to go, oh, you're just a little smidge out of alignment. Okay, so I would have stopped this because I completely screwed up, but in order to fix the issue I'm currently having, because it's not straight, I'm going to go to Layer, I'm going to go to Transformation, and then I'm going to go to, I can't pronounce that. And as you can see, putting it this way doesn't look right. What about this way? Ooh, that looks better. So when I compare it, so these dotted lines up here, they all look correct. So I'm going to go rotate. And done. So it's probably about as best as I'm going to get it. Now I'm going to zoom out to 66%. And I'm going to go back here. Unselect. Select page number 4. Control A. And then I'm going to go I'm going to go Edit. Paste as new layer. That didn't work now, did it? So I go to Delete Layer. I go back, make sure it's selected. Don't want that yet. Control A, Control C. Edit, edit, and paste as new layer. Perfect. So rename this as 003, enter. So as you can see, this is going to get quite repetitive quite quickly. Page number 5. Now this one's horrific. Control A, Control C, Control V. I gotta stop doing that. Paste as, but first I gotta go to undo paste, paste as, new layer. There. Rename the layer to 004. Now you might be wondering, why do I keep labeling the layers like this? It allows me to keep track of the page count. This will be important when it comes to printing. Number 2, I also know what page I'm working on. So, with this page, because of how horrible it is, I'm only going to go 150%, and I'm going to go to Layer, Transformation, that, and Twist. Go back 1. So that, for me, is perfect. Rotate. Done. Now, I'm going to go through and do the rest of these pages just like this, and then I'm going to come back and show you where we go from there. But the most important thing to do, File, Save. Now, I've accessed the location where I want to save this, and I'm just going to save it as Singer. M. Whoops. Singer M. And save. Now, it's saved. I'm going to stop this for a bit, and I'm going to get on with fixing up the rest of the document. Okay, so I'm basically been going through this and got my pattern going. So I'm going to try to show how I do this. Now, unfortunately, I can't bring up like what I'm doing, but Control C, edit, paste as, new layer. Now, because I already have the layer transformation and this abbreviate rotation enabled, I just can go click, scroll down a little bit till I can sort of line up the text, and then mess with it a little. Now those dots look fine. Those dots look fine, so I'm happy with that. Click on the rotate button. Now, it looks a little bit blurry and off to me, so I'm going to give these all a good print before I do my permanent thing, and don't forget to rename the layer. So 071. Anyway, I just wanted to give a quick, yes, I'm still going at it. Okay, so apart from my horrible performance so far, I mean, yikes. I know enough to do what I want, but to describe it, no. So here's what I've got. I have every single picture that I want out as a single layer. Don't forget to save it throughout your sort of, work, otherwise you could completely lose everything. And you don't want to lose everything. So, File, Export as, and this is the part where I realized I've completely screwed up, because now I have to untick all of these. and then one by one export them. So when I say that Adobe Photoshop's somewhat more expedient with this sort of thing, yeah, you can understand. Now, I haven't covered things like altering the brightness, removing page marks. If you find anything horrible that you want to remove and you're familiar with using your image editing software, by all means, you can use any imaging software for this. It doesn't. This is just an alternative. It's a bit more of a headache, and I think I spent like an hour, no, not an hour, sorry, about 2 hours going through and getting all these pages up to scratch. So I just need to keep doing this. Now it's at this point where I need to go to File, Export As, and 001. .jpg and save. Well, export. Now I have to go through and do this with every single image, and I will show you at the end what it looks like. Okay, so basically I've got it all done. Took a while. I had to pick up my memory, but you know what? This was just a cluster of a situation. Anyway, I've got it done. Now, something important that I need to pay attention to, and if you're printing a booklet like what I'm about to do today, it's got to work in divisions of 4. So initially, this was the last page over here, this 74. Now, well, that's okay. So what happens when we divide 74 by 4? 18.5, that's 18.5 pages. Well, that's not going to help us. So that's going to print 18 and then part of a page. Well, that's no good for us, as I said before, and I need to stop repeating myself. So let's clear that. So I added in a blank one. So this basically has nothing on it. It's pitch blank. It's a white page. This is going to be the back page. So when I go 75 and I divide that by 4, because 4 pages from this book to 1 sheet of paper. Oops. 75. Clear. 75 divided by 4. It doesn't seem right. Oh no, 18.75. Okay. So, we get it clear. 76 divided by 4 equals 19. So we need 76 pages. Because we've got an even number, or whatever kind of number. Anyway, it's gonna let us work. So 75, so 70, whoops, 6, and enter. Now, we get our pages. So, our next mission, once I can close off GIMP, because I no longer need it. Don't want to save any changes. I'm going to convert all of these to a PDF. And I'm going to have to come back from doing that because I don't do it on here. I've got a... You'll have to figure your own way out of doing this. I've tried to use Picture Viewer and it's a bit sort of horrible. Okay, so with a bit of a change in layout, what I have here is my printer on a webcam, which is sitting on the floor, and I have my PDF nice and open. Now, I used Adobe Acrobat Pro to put this together. I don't know if you're going to have access to this, but you could still potentially try a converter or something. I'm not particularly sure, but I have a PDF for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to actually print. So Control P. When it decides to respond, I have my printer selected, and I am going to go to Advanced. No, I'm not. Properties. Maintenance, more options. So A4. Yep. Now to test this out with, where is it? Two-sided printing. Yes. Settings. That's fine. Booklet. That's fine. Okay. So I should be doing 4 pages to 1. Now I click on OK. I'm not going to print out all pages. I'm going to print out from page. Now I'm printing page 1 and 2 on the cover, but I want to do 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 space 4, 5, 6. Now before I start printing, I'm going to take out my sheet because I'll need that for later, and then I'm going to go print. So let's try that. 3 to 6. Print. Strange. Why isn't it ready? Oh, it's not plugged in, that's why. Well, I'll just solve that. Now, the black ink is running a little bit low on this thing, so remind me later. Will it print? That is the question. So, I'll do this again. Control P. Pages, so advanced. Two-sided booklet. Okay. So pages, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So pages 3 to 6. 3-6. Need to put the dash in and print. And for some reason it still doesn't want to print. Okay, so that was a pretty shaky start. Here's what I've done instead. I've put these, where's my mouse? There it is. So I'm grouping the pages into lots of 5. So 5 pages to a fold, and then we have, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, plus we also got the cover page. Now, by the looks of things, the last 2 pages are just going to be blank, whereas the rest of these are going to be pretty full up. So, what I need to do now is to first off do a test print of the first page to see how that comes out, and then follow on with the rest. Now, I have gone through and put another ink cartridge into the printer. I've done a test print, that works fine. So to begin with, I'm going to take these, put in these little wrong one. You copy file. I'm going to choose print. Now, if I go to properties again, two-sided, booklet, I'm going to pick high quality, two-sided, booklet, done, and OK. And then I'm going to select these pages, paste, properties. I'm going to guess that's what I'm printing from, which is the top tray, so there's a bit of paper, as you can see, sitting at the back. And I go print. Print. Now, because I forgot it, I'm going to pull the tray out. For it to print. This is the nerve-wracking part when you're waiting for your printer to, well, do its job. And there we go. So as we can see, we've got the front page and we've got the, that's what we're looking for. Now, I'm going to put this in here. And I'm going to print those again. So, file, print, and paste. Double check this. Perfect. Print. Now, your print settings are going to be different depending on the printer that you have. I doubt that you'd have an identical one like this because it's usually a business model. And what I'm using here is 120, what is it? No, 210 GSM paper, I believe it is. So this is cardboard. It's specifically designed for a cover. So it comes out like that, and that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. So we've got those first 2 pages done. Alright, so I screwed up a little myself when doing this. I realized that I'm not going to be constantly punching different numbers in, just 2. So with that said, I can go to File, and I can go to Print. I really should have planned this out before I did this. Double check that it's still on two-sided, that it's on booklet. OK. Go to Pages, and the 2 pages, the page lots I'll be doing is this first lot, so we want page 3 to page 22. And enter. Now this is going to go through and start printing. and then it's going to come up with an error because it's trying to print from somewhere there's no paper. Cancel. So we'll go back over to my other desktop. So if anyone can tell my problem, that was the printing tray where the paper's coming from. It's auto select, OK, and print. Whoop, hang on. Just unplug that because I horribly screwed up, didn't I? Cancel. Cancel. OK. Just bring up the print job. Alright, it's okay, just plug it back in. I'm really failing at this right now. This is probably the reason why employers don't think I am worth their time. Alright. Print. Pages. I'm not printing every page. I want to print pages 3 to page 22. And I want to go Properties, Auto Select, Two-Sided Printing, Booklet, and then OK. And print. So by rights, this should only fork out 5 pages once it's finished. And then what I'm going to do is stop the video, do the rest because I can do it quicker like that, and then come back and show you the end result. No, actually, this is printing rather quickly. You know what? Stuff it. I might do the rest on camera. See if I can do it better. Alright, so that should be it. There we go, page 20. So, those would fold together like that. Now I'm going to stick that up there, like that. Back to the computer. File, print. Pages. Now I'm doing the second lot, which is 23 to page, what is it? 42. 42. 23 to 42. All that looks alright. And print. Oh yeah, so you can see some of the other stuff I've been working on in the past here. I was sort of worried there might have been something I didn't want to show, but I got a bunch of books that I scanned in myself and then I printed them. I had access to them, but they weren't mine to keep. These were all like training tutorials for electronics. And I'm glad I got copies of them. Now, the important thing is to make sure that you don't muddle all these pages up. So I'm going to be stacking this in a zigzag pattern, or a cross pattern, or however you want to refer to it as. Basically, it helps keep the pages organized. Alright, so that lot's done. So go 21 to 38. So we fold it over. Now what I should have done is gone through and removed these marks at the top, but honestly I'm not that interested. I just want to get this book, that's all. File. Print. So we should be at page 40. And my laptop's screaming like a banshee. 43. Well, that didn't work. 43 to 62. And then I'm going to go print. Now this is doing another 20 pages again, so another 5 pages printed out. Now when I did this for the first time on this printer, where is it? This one. I screwed up way too many times. I'll probably put it down here so it's easier to see. So I did this one in a video recently. Yeah, I really buggered it up to the point where it was horrible. I was printing like the first 40 pages in one lot when I only wanted to do 20 in a group, so it was blah. It was horrible. Come on, you almost finished? Now, I'll try to reiterate this. I forget whether or not I've said this before, but if you print them all out in one go, they're difficult to fold over, difficult to staple. Where in this case, you're taking a small number, in this case 5 sheets, folding them, and then you're turning around and stapling them all together, which just makes the book a lot easier to handle. So we've got 39 to 58. The pages aren't in line because of factors such as the cover page and other sort of pages that are prior to like page 1, page 2, page 3. So 62 would have been our last lot. So it's 63. So properties. That's fine. Pages. '63 to page 74 and print. Now this time you should see it's only doing 12 pages. So this is a great sort of layout for yourself with that text. What it allows me to do, and what it might allow you to do, is to go, okay, from this page to this page. I've tried to just do the math, and I horribly failed, like I said, with the adjustment manual. So yes, hopefully this works. Come on. Is that it? Yep, that's it. That's the last page. So now I've got that in a zigzag pattern. I'm just going to close that up. Turn this off. Oh, wow, this took most of the afternoon. Oh, man, this was nuts. But, alas, I've got this done. This part, anyway. I still need to do the binding bit, which I'll be recording on my phone, and then smash all this together. And anyway, I shall see you in a couple of days when I have time to do the rest of this. At the moment, I don't, and I need to put dinner on. So, see you in the next clip. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since my last video, and here's the stuff I printed out. Now, this is a book that I'm intending to sort of emulate when it comes to bookbinding. So it's this spine here, and fortunately I haven't found the actual tape itself for sale locally, but I have almost got, well, it down pat. So today I'll be binding this in this sort of style. Now this I purchased because I would like to learn about metalworking. So I'm hoping it works out for me. But with that said, first off, yeah, I'm going to need to cut this in half. Now I look at my guillotine and it is definitely long past its use by date. Ouch. So, with that said, okay, I somehow think I might have screwed up somewhere, but let's first get along to cutting this in half, shall we? Now here's my old guillotine. I also noticed that it's starting to rust a little bit, and with everything it might be an idea to replace it sooner rather than later. But with that said, now I've got an A4 sheet of paper here, so I'm in Australia. So we go by the AE standard, or actually everyone goes by the A standard. It's just US sort of uses like L blah. Now that's definitely going to be too far, but you can't see on the screen, so I'll have to move it down to here. So the idea is I want to cut this in half and then do it properly with this. So A5 is where I want it to have it sat. That looks about right. So if I move this to here, like so, put that there. Oop. I should have two sheets. Perfect, and I do. So now I can slip this in. Now, because I can't get a good grip, what I'm going to do is line it up with this up here, which I believe is a straight line. And done. Now I've got the front and back covers cut. That's good. That's important. Honestly, when it comes to guillotines like that, I'm far more used to rotating blade than, well, this. Anyway, put that aside, and time to get in these pages. So the first thing I'll do is I will take this, which is going to be the first set, and I'll go 10, 11, got 20 over here. Good. I'm going to ensure these are as straight as possible. And then I'm going to fold. And say next time I do this, I should probably only use like 4 pages. But too late now. So I have a bind of 4 pages. Now, for future reference, apart from that 4 pages thing, but another thing I probably should look at doing is getting a press so I can press down these sides. So the last page we've got here is 20. So 20. And I'm going to fold this one out. There. So we got page 20, 21. Now page 38, so I need page 39. 39. Line that up. There, 38, 39, so now we've got 58, and we should see page 60 over here. So, need to align these as well. There. Now that is most of our manual. There's the front cover, there's the back cover. So I'm not particularly fussed about, so the back and front covers are perfect. Pages are not exactly 100%, but honestly, this is a bloody sewing machine manual, so you can see here they don't line up 100%. Yeah. All right. Now, this is where I juggle things a bit. So, there's about 70 odd pages in this. What staples do we have? Definitely too small. 8 pages. 23 pages, I believe. We're going to go with the 80 sheets. So I haven't used this one yet. Now let's see if I can remember how to open this. So in fact, I already have, oh, they're close. So if we check this out, 75 pages is 10. Got 13 mil. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go with this big mother. And yeah, you can see the height difference. I mean, there's just a little bit on there. Okay, that's on. Ooh, what's that? So let's experiment with this again, shall we? About here, and well, that went in perfect. One in the middle. That's nice. And then one at the bottom. Which isn't exactly 100% lined up at the moment. There. Okay, now they're not 100% perfect, those staples, but they're enough to tell me I did something wrong. Best way to ruin a pair of scissors. Especially on the blade. Yeesh. Come on, come on. No wonder that's not going to be coming through because it's still curled. And I just dug into the book. Oh, these are not easy to pull out. Okay. You know what, I should probably start marking where I'm going to put these staples in. There, that's better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so now the spine. I really did not like. Hold on. I didn't want to do that. Come on. Okay, you're in. You go back down. You in like that. And it's in. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to put this aside because that's dealt with. Now the cloth tape that I used before was horrific, but I came across this stuff. Now at the hardware store, which is where I bought it, purchased it from, this is supposed to stick directly on in between two sheets of timber and then get walked on. So it's supposed to be very strong, and from what I was told, what was it? I shouldn't need any PPE for it. So with that said, I've got my little knife. There. Okay, and I just realized I need to grab something, so I'm going to try to grab it now. Okay, so I forgot a ruler. Now, let's find out how wide this has to be. I would say 1 centimeter. Another centimeter, so it's 3 centimeters wide. All right. So 3 centimeters wide from here. Three centimeters wide down here. Barely actually see those cuts. Yeah, I can't see those cuts at all. Damn. There we go. Now let's see if this will work. Alright, I have to admit, I definitely like the color of that far better. Yeah. Sweet. Well, that's going to work. So typically this, like I said, is construction grade tape. Now I don't have my, well, because I don't have my, well, I've got my gloves on, sorry. I can't exactly feel how it feels, but it's got like a paper-ish type sort of, yeah. But I much enjoy the look of that. I mean, look how close it is to this. That's so sweet. Considering this is what, 1944? So it's got a couple of years. Whereas this was printed this year. Actually, a few days ago. Oh, wow. Man, if I could get a job doing this sort of stuff, it'd be fun. Yeah, getting a proper press, that would be great. But, yeah, I got to work on my measurement skills as well. But yeah, I mean, apart from not having the ability to press this to shrink this down a bit, I mean, I'm still not doing this completely professionally, but I definitely like how this looks. I like how this came out. I like the card stock for this. The cream color is just perfect. I love it. Yeah. I mean, other than, well, the tone difference. So you can see on this page here how this side's dark, this side's light. I think it might have had something to do with GIMP when I was editing it around, but yeah, I mean here it's really sort of faded on this. Faded, not faded. Well, I didn't have the book. Now I've got the proper book, got the proper manual, and this machine does require a bit of maintenance, because if you check out the back here, it does tell you, as you would have seen, you've got to lubricate and oil the thing thoroughly, which you don't do with new machines, and trust me, you do want to do that, otherwise the machine's going to break. Anyway, with that said, with this done, I am happy with my result. I'm definitely glad I got this stuff. I mean, holy hell. I'm going to put this in a bag to make sure it doesn't degrade or anything, but I don't think I'm ever going to run out of that. Yeah! Exactly what I wanted. Wow! Anyway, thanks for watching, and yibbity yibbita.